Welcome back. As students are getting ready to head back to school, there's a lot of confusion that's out there. Online, remote learning, what are some of your options? And parents are looking for something that's safe amid COVID-19. Some even taking matters into their own hands. They're creating what they call pandemic pods. Shauna Causey, founder of Weekdays Micro Schools, joining us live by FaceTime to explain. Shauna, good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So this is a concept that's been around for a little bit, but obviously with the situation that we're in, a lot of parents are considering this. So walk us through it. You're hiring a teacher and kind of creating an environment in your own home.
Yeah, so we're seeing this massive community effort where parents are supporting each other. They're bringing in a micro school lead or a guide or a pod guide. And they're groups of anywhere from 2 to 8 children that are joining forces and really determining what their safety, what their social distancing comfort level is, and forming a group for the school year.
So what are some of the advantages of this versus maybe the remote learning you might be doing with the teachers in your school district or going to a private school, things of that nature?
Yeah, so most of these are based on the public school curriculum, and they're really using that as their base, and then they're supplementing it with plenty of outdoor time, plenty of different activities like arts and crafts and cooking and gardening, and even a classically trained opera singer. And really these are safer options, and kids, especially preschool through early elementary school age, need some socialization. That's part of how they learn.
Yeah.
So, and parents, who are working are just in a desperate situation for help right now. They need help to be able to stay in the workforce.
Now, obviously, there's a cost associated with this, and probably one that might be out of some people's range. How do you manage that when you want to get a qualified educator in there for your kids, but also you have working parents, and the cost would be a factor?
Yeah. So we're really seeing a couple of things happening. One thing is that some parents and teachers are coming together and offering either a scholarship spot, a partial or full scholarship. We're seeing some businesses starting to subsidize or help pay for part of childcare and schooling during the pandemic and potentially later ongoing. And so we're seeing, some government funding and some school districts looking at options. What can they do to help make this fair for every family?
And who are these teachers? Are they daycare people that are expanding out in education, or are they education people who are expanding out in kind of more daycare style?
Yeah, there's a lot of teachers who've left the profession are coming back really to help during this time, and so that's really heartening to see. It's really great to see. There's also some with formal childcare experience that are now coming in to lead these groups. And some are teachers with master's degrees and 15 or 20 years of experience.
What about kids who are on IEPs, these 504s, any type of plan where you need special education options for them? Can you incorporate them with the other students, and can the teachers really dedicate that kind of time when it comes to all the different learning styles of students in there?
Yeah, this is a popular question, and I think it's one of the benefits of micro schools is that you can look at different age groups learning together. You can look at different types of children. So we do have some teachers who have that kind of experience, who are leading micro schools with different types of children, and that's been really in high demand.
Would you have fewer resources available to the kids when you talk about, the school district and all the money they have for athletics and the extracurriculars? I mean, you may not have the resources available for this kind of a one-room style classroom.
I've actually seen the opposite. So I've seen these micro school leads really having a heavy focus on outdoor time, learning outside, looking at curriculum that helps learning outside, and then supplementing the public school curriculum with all kinds of different activities that you might not get, sitting in a classroom with 20 or 30 kids. So I've actually seen parents, when they find a good fit, really happy with the type of learning that their kids will not only be on par when they go back into this classroom, but they might be ahead.
Shauna Causey, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Interesting perspective on these pandemic pods, the micro schools we've been hearing a lot about, so we appreciate your expertise on that.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Shauna.